has been, shall we say, preparing since early in the morning for the battle we have in store. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He'll bring it out. It's Garner. Smashes ahead. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Mountaineers offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Oh, the pirouette, he's got room. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Moves around to clear up the vision. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They've been running it, but now the pass. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, West Virginia.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Knights offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Knights line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. And man, David, you couldn't ask for any better starting field position than this. And it's caught! Touchdown, Mountaineers! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And that's the end of the line for the return man, but still business to attend to, a penalty marker is down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A long way to go for this offense.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football, be conservative, but they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Looking for a block. It's Garner. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. The give to the back. On the move at the 30. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The offense down to the 25 now, first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Quarterback gets enough. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he knocked that one right down the middle. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw, using his legs to buy some time. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Garner. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Horton. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Touchdown, West Virginia. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB. If you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Off play action on first down. Scrambling away. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have...
Can anyone catch him? The 10! Touchdown, Mountaineers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. A first down for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. He's there to make the stop.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They'll go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Knights will punt this one away. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Line gets set, first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's right on target. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish. And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
And the defense gets to him, but not before he reaches the 2. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. On the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And had those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
West Virginia, 44, UCF.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They're going to open this drive with a pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. This pass rush has just been relentless. You can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Knights decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Running it back, it's Garner. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, West Virginia! Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
I know we talk about quarterbacks and running backs and receivers when we're talking about the Heisman Trophy, but how can you not have this guy in New York City? That's now his 20th sack of the year. He has been simply unstoppable.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He tries to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Mountaineers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, the end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Morgantown. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountaineer Field.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Trying to find his man on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. What can they pull out of the playbook here on second and long from the 17? Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Knights send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Running it back, it's Garner. Not able to pop the big... Got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Here comes the offense on first down. On the move. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. The 10! Touchdown Mountaineers! And the stomping has commenced. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Kansas is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by 10 to Iowa State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Knights will call on their punt team. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And And the coverage team all over it, and the punt is down inside the 40. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Looking to go up top on first down. Going up top. Makes the catch. Touchdown, West Virginia. And the punishment has been extended. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
West Virginia, 72. UCF, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And they got him for the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
He'll pull it on the read. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The Knights will send out the punt unit. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get...
Running toward the tape. Strikes the blow. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Mountaineers moving quickly to the line. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the pummeling has started. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone.
79. UCF, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
They'll go to the counter. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. On the move, it's Garner. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Going for the big play. touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Offense set on first down. They'll give it to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, going up top. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Looking for a block. It's Garner. Touchdown, West Virginia! And the beatdown has ensued.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. 2nd down coming up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw they loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the 2nd half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the stomping has commenced. That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking to scramble. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And after the loss on that last one, an all-important 2nd down play from the 12. He's looking to throw.
Man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Knights line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. The give as they work on that clock. At the 20, he's got space. Spins away. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And the punishment has been extended. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Michigan came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question.
Looking to scramble.
Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Feeling some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The Knights will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll run it on the counter. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Give to the single back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great game. And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he can take.
Touchdown, West Virginia! And the pummeling has started. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They'll throw it on 1st down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. Working that left side now. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Extending the play. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the defense doing work. They've stretched out this lead, and they're starting to smell their 11th after getting the scoop and score. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Trying to start the drive with a pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll bring it back. It's Garner. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He wants a big play here late. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up.